Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing a vlog. Yes, a day in the life of a research nurse, a corporate research nurse in the NHS. And yeah, usually I start my day by 7 a.m. in the morning. I just really sluggish to get out of bed most days, to be honest. If you struggle like me, please comment down below. Let's gather. Let's form a WhatsApp group to encourage ourselves, guys. I sit down, think about my life. I'm like, oh my God, must I go to work today? In fact, why is there work? Must we work? So yeah, it's sometimes a struggle, guys. Like, please. Sometimes I just fall back, get back into bed. I'm like, oh my God, 2 more minutes. Then I finally decide that, okay, let's do this. We can do this better. And then I rise and shine, guys. Straight to the bathroom, just brushing my teeth, taking my bath, and preparing for the day. Usually by now it's around 7:15 or so, so I've got limited time. It takes me about 20 minutes or 30 minutes sometimes to prepare for work, depending on what I need to do. Like this day I had to redo the curls in the front of my head, redo my edges and things. I also had to redo the curls as well on the hair itself. Usually I don't put too much product. I try not to put too much product in my hair. I give it time to breathe. I give it space. Yes, that's what your hair needs, guys. Space and time to breathe, like peace and quiet for a few weeks or a few months if possible. So this is the time of the year where I'm just leaving my hair in peace, not doing anything to it, because I feel like it's gone through a lot in the past couple of months. So I just use water just to redo the curls. No product, guys, no additional product at this point. I just put it into a bund and that's it, really. Sometimes I undo the curls, but sometimes I just leave it as it is. And I'm good to go, yes. And then I take my bath, I'm done, and I walk out of the bathroom, sometimes by 7:30. Oh my God. At this point, I'm really rushing already. My husband is like, let's go, you're running late. I'm just running up and then just preparing to leave the house, really. And and then I just do a few more videos. Yeah, my husband is like, oh my God, let's go. He's at the door at this point. It's like, let's go. So yeah, we step out of the house. It's about 7:45 sometimes, 7:50, and then it's about 10 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes drive to where I work. And yeah, just us walking to the car. He's ahead, as you can see, rushing, and I'm like, oh, one more. Yeah, so this was a very sunny day, really beautiful day. We park very far because of where we live, so it's hard to find parking space, so we need to walk a little bit of distance to where we parked the previous evening. Yeah, just us getting to the car here and heading off to work. So my husband usually would drop me off in the morning at my place of work because it's on his way literally, and then he would go to his own place of work as well. And then we spend some time in the car just praying, thanking God for the day, committing the day into the hands of the Lord, just thanking God for everything, and praying that He has His way even as we go to work this day. And here we are. I arrive work safe and sound. This is where I work, guys. Yes, if you want to catch up during lunch, you work here as well. Please let's vibe. Let's catch up at lunchtime and chats and talk and just create meaningful and beautiful friendships and relationships. So if you work here, please catch up. Please, let's catch up. Say yes. I arrived at work. I settled in quite quickly. This day I was alone in the office, so I was able to catch up on stuff. So as a research nurse, guys, what we do is mostly desk work, office work. We see patients as well, but not as often as you would see patients if you're working in a clinical setting. So this day I just came in, caught up on my emails, caught up on everything that I had missed maybe over the weekend, or if I was off the day before, I catch up on emails, print out stuff, communicate with our external partners and things like that. It's just me replying emails, really. If I've got any training pending, this is the time I use to do the training as well. And if I've got any patients as well coming in that day, is the time I prepare for the patient's arrival in terms of paperwork, in terms of what the patients need, in terms of preparing the room for the appointment, ensuring that the room is clean, is spacious, everything is intact. And if the patient is running late or if they don't turn up on time, this is when I get to call them as well and find out that everything is okay with them and that they're still attending the appointment, making sure that every paperwork for the appointment is ready to go by the time the patient comes in, just general operations. And if there are bloods to be drawn as well from the patient, is when I also get the blood kit ready, ensure that everything is there, we've got enough supplies, just preparing for the day really before the patient comes in. If it's a patient, if it's a day that we have recruitment, because we don't recruit every day, we've got clinic days and we've got non-clinic days. So this day is a non-clinic day, reason why I have more time on the desk to just catch up on stuff, reply emails, catch up on trainings, and just read up as well on the protocols. Yes, in research we do some reading, not a lot, not an awful amount of reading like you would think, but we do some reading in research as well in terms of the protocol. So if you don't know what the protocol is basically a document that outlines all the processes, procedures, and requirements of clinical trial. So the sponsor of the trial will give you a document that we call a Bible, quote unquote, like just to help us follow. So we have to follow the guidelines and the instructions in the protocol to the T, guys. Yes, that's the secret of research, ensuring that we don't have any protocol deviations, ensuring that we are doing exactly what the sponsor asks us to do. So basically, organizations, manufacturers, they pay us or they sponsor us to be able to recruit patients into their clinical trials. So there's one we're working on now that is called naming. It's actually rolled out in several trusts around the country as well. So I work in the eye department. Yes, I'm a specialist research nurse in ophthalmology. So we have this trial, right, basically, where we recruit glaucoma patients, people with early phase glaucoma. So glaucoma, if you don't know, is one of the eye conditions that affects the optic nerve, okay? And it's, it really affects the vision, of the person who has it as well. And it is generally irreversible. It's not a condition that has a cure at the moment. It's just treatable. It's just got treatment, okay? So that's why we've got a lot of research around glaucoma. So back to the point, the one we are doing at the moment is one where we recruit patients into the trial and we administer to them a vitamin B3 tablet in higher amounts, okay, in higher doses than they would normally have. And then we get them to take these tablets starting with a lower dose and increasing as they go along, okay? And then we are trying to find out if this vitamin is going to help slow down nerve damage in glaucoma patients, okay? And see if it eventually increases or improves their vision as well down the line. So this is the trial we're working on. So it involves a lot of paperwork because it's one of the trials that are classed as a C-team, drug trials, beg your pardon, that involves medicinal products, okay? They're called C-teams, all right? So it's one of the trials we're doing right now. So we need to bring in the patients for a screening visit and then randomization visit where we randomly assign the patient to one arm, okay? They are randomized controlled trials, guys. So these are trials where we randomly assign patients to either arm, either the placebo arm or the arm with the active ingredient, okay? So the patient doesn't know, we are blinded, they are blinded. So neither of us is a double-blinded randomized control trial. So neither of us know what the patient is getting. The healthcare professional does not know what they're getting. The patient doesn't know what they're getting. But most patients usually hope to get the active ingredients, of course, so that if at all it works, they would have the first-hand benefits of it, okay? But some patients get the placebo, okay? A placebo is not the active ingredients, opposite of the active ingredients. So it can be a sugar tablet, it can be nothing really, just a sugar pill, okay, that we give to the patient, okay, to see. This prevents bias. This helps us prevent bias, so you wouldn't know who is getting what, okay? Hope that makes sense. So that's the trial we're currently working on. My colleagues and I work in a very small team. The research nurse, we've got 2 clinical trials assistants and photographers. We've got the research fellow who is a doctor, and then we've got the principal investigator who is a consultant, okay? So that's basically my team. I've got my manager as well, but she works across other teams, not just my team. Here we go. Hi, hope you're enjoying the vlog so far. So this is a day in the life of a research nurse, and I work in the eye department, as you've seen. Come with me as we go recruit some patients for one of our studies. So I've got a questionnaire basically on an iPad, and I'm going to be approaching patients to recruit them into the study. So I'm supporting one of our studies done in respiratory, and I will be approaching patients in the waiting area basically to fill in this questionnaire if they're interested. I have a poster as well with a QR code if they would like to scan the code and do the questionnaire on their phones instead. So I might just tell you a little bit about the study actually. It's called Reduce Carbon. It's done in several different centers, but we are the host of this study. So it's just approaching patients who use inhalers and asking them if they would like to fill in the questionnaire. So it says here that, do you use an inhaler? Would you like to help us create a greener NHS? Take part in the Reduce Carbon study for patients. So we've done this study in healthcare providers. So healthcare providers who prescribe inhalers have filled in this questionnaire as well. And then we're now rolling out a pilot phase for the patients. So we're trying to find out if the patients are aware of the carbon footprints that inhalers bring to the NHS and to the world really. So we kind of like compare that carbon footprint to the carbon emission of a petrol car. It's really intriguing, it's really exciting. And I approached a patient, I think last week on Friday, and we had really interesting conversations around inhalers and things, and around carbon emissions and all. We talked about electric cars, petrol cars, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really interesting. Usually, because it's the eye department, I wouldn't get as many patients as I would get if I went to respiratory. But since I don't work in respiratory, we're really just supporting the respiratory study. So I'm approaching the eye patients here to find out if it's something they're interested in taking part. So I'll just talk to them about it and then give them the leaflet to read if they like, and then either the iPad or the QR code for them to complete the questionnaire on their phone. It takes about 10 minutes. It could get, because there's some scenario-based questions as well, it could get a bit overwhelming for some patients, but some patients are quite happy to do it. So yeah, I'll try my luck today, and after the completed, they get a thank you card saying thank you for taking part in research. This card is really nice because it's got some seeds in it, I don't know if you can see from here, and then if they plant the card, it's biodegradable and they can actually have some flowers or plants coming out of the card. Yeah, so anyways, enough of the talk guys, let's get to work. It's about there. Come with me, come on. Hey people, unfortunately I didn't get anyone. I'm just back from recruiting, and it happens sometimes like this. And yeah, one of the things in research as well, people are not going to automatically accept your offer to take part in research, because there's still a lot of myth out there about research, about kinds of things that people do with your information and things like that. So because of the history of research, this like hundreds of years back or so, people are still a little bit skeptical. They're not very keen. We have people that are very keen and they'll be like, yeah, no problem. But today's one of those days where unfortunately I didn't get anyone. I spoke to like 20 people in the waiting areas, outpatients, casualty, and ID case, but I didn't get anyone. So it was it brings out your mood, and I'm trying to be real in this video. It brings out your mood a little bit, and you feel rejected, and rejection is something that no one likes, isn't it? So I found people who were on inhalers, but they're like, nah, they're not interested to fill out the questionnaire or to take part, they're alright and things like that. And no, I'm not crying, I promise. And I understand that they're probably here with other conditions, they're overwhelmed by their illness and things. So usually it's no pressure, no force. The patient says no, that's absolutely fine. It's completely voluntary, but you just have that little tiny, feeling when you get rejected. And yeah, but it's normal. Like I say, one of the things in research to be aware of as well, not everyone's going to take part in what you propose to them, and that's absolutely fine. That's normal. Don't take it personal at all. Just try to keep yourself going, encourage yourself, and try again. So yeah, we try again either later this afternoon if there's any clinic visits, or tomorrow. Tomorrow is a better day because we've got clinics tomorrow as well. And yeah, so that's it, guys. Next up with my lunch coming up by 12. Yeah, usually I bring something from home, but I really didn't have time this weekend. It was busy to prepare anything tangible, so I'll get something from our restaurant and I'll carry you along as well. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon. Hey, so it's my break time now. I'm heading out for lunch. It's been a hectic morning, I won't even lie. I don't know if I look tired. I feel like I look tired already, and it's because it's surely been hectic. Well, not too bad. Some days we have patients coming. For example, last week we had patients coming for their follow-up appointment for other studies that we do. So it's a bit easier for those ones because they're patients that we know already we've recruited and they're in the trial. We're just following them up. That's much easier. But yeah, meeting new patients and telling them about the new study is a bit more challenging. Anyways, so today in the office on my own. Normally I'll have 3 of my teammates with me, but they're not working the department today, so I'm in alone. So I'm able to record as well and take you guys along. And yeah, so the morning has just been, you saw me go out and recruit some patients, and then I've come back in and done some more research, just read through the studies in the pipeline and prepare for our upcoming visits. It's Easter week, yay! So we're not getting a lot of patients because patients are probably away on holiday and stuff. So after Easter we'll restart again with recruiting and getting patients on our trials, approaching them and inviting them into our new studies as well. Yeah, so I'm just reading about the studies, just preparing for when we get patients in, and just assisting other studies as well. So yeah, it's my lunchtime anyways, so we're heading out now for lunch. I'll take you guys along and you guys see what I get. And then when I come back from lunch, I have a training in the afternoon, and then I will just do some data input as well for one of our studies. And yeah, that's it, guys. It's pretty much a desk job. So if you're looking to get into research nursing, it's pretty much desk job and some patient interaction as well, depending on the study. So every study is different. Every day tends to be different as well, just depending on what is going on, either a screening visit, a recruitment visit, a follow-up visit, or just a one-off recruitment visit as well. Sometimes I do support the vaccine hub where we do our vaccine trials, COVID vaccine, norovirus vaccine, flu vaccine as well. Sometimes I support them up in a different site. It's at Gunwharf if you live in Portsmouth, and yeah, that's fun as well. So that's the exciting part of the job as well, because every day is different, every study is different, and avoids monotony. But then the downside is that sometimes we're busy, sometimes we're not. So anyways, I guess it's some sort of balance as well. Yeah, let's go eat, guys. I'll stop talking. Hi guys, so we can see what I got. I'm quite a local girl, I think. It's windy, but hopefully you can still hear me. I got jack potatoes and beans. It's typical English meal, I think. But yeah. How is it like in you guys' trust? We've got a restaurant just close to where I work, so it's very tempting. Guys, a little bit of a chit chat while we eat, while I eat. I don't know what you're doing. Hopefully you're eating in your own angle as well. Do you love your job? Like, do you actually love what you do, or are you just doing it, because you've got no other choice? Because I feel like It's something that's very common here in the UK. People don't really like love their jobs or anything. They just do it because, you know what, let's make ends meet. Let's do something to keep body and soul together, you know, pay bills, pay rent, and all. But people do really love what they do. So do you love your job? Is this something that you like to do for life? Yeah, I really want to know. Because, to be honest, to me, I'm 50-50. I love some parts of it, but really I'm not a fan of some parts as well. Just let me know down in the comment section below how you feel about what you do, and let me know what your job is and if you actually love it or not. And what are you doing to make it better? Do you plan to leave, get another one? And what do you think, guys, generally? Yeah, it's really very windy, so I'm just gonna eat quickly and leave here. It's not cold, but it's windy and plus awkward as well. Because I've got my camera on the table and the other people as well eating, and they're probably in their hair like, who's this girl? So it's a tiny bit awkward. But yeah. Lens focus for content, guys. Yes, I'm done with my lunch now. I'm just gonna usually I'll take a walk. I forgot my water bottle at home, guys. No, not at home, in the car. So I need to rely on the water fountains, which are not bad actually. Sometimes I take a walk during my break as well, just to stretch my legs, because I sit down like all day due to my job. Unless we have patients, then I can go on a few errands, talk to a few patients and all, but most of it is like desk sat down. So during my breaks I usually take a walk. If it's cold outside in the winter, I will like just go up the stairs in the hospital, like just go up and down the staircase, up and down, just to stretch my legs really. That's from the bottom floor to the top floor and down. I really would have loved to take a walk outside today, but it's not very sunny and it's very windy, so I might get like a bit chilly. I didn't bring my jacket as well, so maybe not today. So just take a walk really up and down the stairs in the hospital, and then yeah, that'll be it. I've got just 30 minutes tops for my break, so then back again to work. Yeah, thank you for having lunch with me, and let me know what you think in the comment section, and let me know how your day goes as well. Sometimes from fasting, for example, I would use my break as well just to go to a quiet place, either outside or inside the hospital, and just, you know, pray as well, just spend some time with God as well. There's actually an upper room somewhere in this hospital. It's an empty room on the top floor. There's nobody there most of the time. People go there to just chill out. Sometimes I go there as well just to pray, hang out with God, and then come back to work after my break. If I've got 5 minutes, I'll just go there as well for a quiet time, just to like clear my head and then come back. And I find that it's healthy as well, because I've worked with other teams in the past, and they have, you know, had times where they just take like a 10 minutes break, go around the hospital, and then come back when they're done. Especially if you've been reading all day, reading through a study, been doing data, Excel sheets and all, just need to break from your eyes, like walk away from your computer for a second. Yeah, this is my same glasses, by the way. They just get dark in the sun. Yeah, so I find that helpful as well. So if you have a day job that is a desk job and you stay on the computer all day, stop It's not good for your eyes. It's not good for your brain. It's not good for your productivity. I feel like you should take out some time once in a while. Once every 2 hours is recommended. Take a break, a 5 minutes break. Stand up, go somewhere, go to the kitchen, go get some water, come back, and then carry on. I don't always do it, but I try, because knowing it and doing it is something else. I mean, let's not get into that, but yeah, I try. So I'll go get some water now and then I'll crack on my day. Bye. And yes, a bottle of water after a good meal. So guys, this is the end of the day for me. Just leaving work now. My husband is outside by now waiting for me, so usually I just lock up. I'm the last to leave every day mostly, so I just lock up and then I leave the office. So usually we use the badge system. We tap out of the office of work, I think, of the hospital. And then this is just me walking out, saying goodbye to my colleagues, the other ones who work in the other offices. And yay! Here we are, the husband of my dreams. My husband is here to pick me up again at the end of the day. And we're just driving back home. It is springtime here in the UK, so it's still very sunny. Not very sunny, but we appreciate some sunlight, some sunshine, some days, most days. And yeah, really tired by now. Just a lot of brain fatigue at this point. Just want to freshen up, eat, watch a movie, and go to bed. And then we start again the next day. So we've arrived home. And usually we just go straight into the kitchen and see what we want to eat for dinner. My husband usually starts, and then I go freshen up and come join him, and then we figure out what to eat. Today we're having spaghetti and some turkey on the side. It was really delicious earlier on. Anyways, I just take my shower and then back to food. Yay! So food is ready now. After my shower, get food ready, and then here we are, just dishing it out. Okay, it was really nice. Like the color, the looks, it was a mixture of spaghetti and pasta, but it was really nice, guys. We had this with turkey on the side, and it was an amazing. I ate and I was like, oh my god, I want more. I was like, nah, that's too heavy for the night. Anyways, after dinner, we sit back to watch a movie during and after dinner. Really, we are following a series online called Matlock. I don't know if you like it, let me know. That's our new series, and then after that, just really clean up and wash up for the night, really, before going to bed, ensuring that everywhere is pretty much clean, and boom, bye. I love you. I love you forever, no matter what comes our way.